Here I am today going to be going through a lot of frequently asked questions about these things that people call skinny drops, aka the Slenderize program. And why is this such a buzz? Why is this going viral? And I'll address all those today. If you have any other questions, by the way, that I don't address, comment them below. We'll get back to them as fast as we can as well too. But this thing has been having a buzz, and especially if you're somebody that has struggled to lose weight, lose fat, you have that pesky 5 to 10 pounds that you want to lose, or you want to be healthy, or maybe you have hormonal imbalances, or like you're trying to get to the next level of your fitness and your health. These have been super popular. In fact, if you have used them already, comment below what are some of your results on these. I've lost 25 pounds in 40 days with no exercise purposely. I've helped thousands of clients now around the world on these as well too. And they have been the one solution that I've seen to actually help you not just lose weight, but to actually be able to gain better health as well. So I want to address kind of like a top 10 of questions about these drops, and I hope they're helpful for you. And once again, if you have any other questions, comment them below and I'll definitely grab them. And by the way, if you are new to these and you're interested in grabbing them, you can grab them from a partner, from anyone in the company that provides this. Or if you know me directly, feel free to grab it from my links below as well too and everything. So number one, first question. I get this a lot. What the heck are these skinny drops? Is it speed? Is it like crack? Is it like drugs? Is it some type of thermogenic? Like, is it like, right? Is it fen? Is it like, I'm getting all these different types of questions. And first of all, no, it's not any of the above. I hope you could tell from my kidding tone that's definitely not the case. But these drops are homeopathic plant-based formulas. There's 2 drops in it. If you're United States or Canada, in international, by the way, if you're in Europe or a lot of these other markets, they have a similar product, but it's actually called day and night drops. Similar impact, different formulation because of regulatory stuff, actually. So interesting fact. But SlenderX is the first one. Accelerate is the second one. You put these bottles on your tongue 3 times a day, and the ingredients in them help you to do things like support the thyroid, balance the hormones, and the byproduct are things like curbing bad cravings. The byproduct is better energy. The byproduct is decreasing stress. And if you're looking to drop fat, the average woman loses half a pound a day. That means 15 pounds in 1 month. The average man loses 2/3 a pound a day. That means 20 pounds in a month. Yes, I know it's unfair, ladies. Guys, we don't deal with the same hormonal stuff, but I think God had it where he made women more intelligent than men. So he had to give men some advantage somewhere. And one of those is that we tend to drop fat faster. But I'd rather be more intelligent, to be honest, So I will openly admit I think women are smarter than guys. Women or guys, if you would agree with that statement, comment yes below. I'm just curious. Like, I don't know. I just look at my own marriage and I see I see my wife is way smarter than I am. Okay. So that's what these drops are all about. They've been clinically tested. They've been around for over 10 years. And probably by now, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people have used these quote unquote skinny drops with a lot of success. Okay. Second question that I get. People are asking, how do people lose 10 to 20 pounds in 1 month? Like, how is that even possible? Is that normal? If you're used to any type of diet, any type of weight loss program, in fact, if you've ever tried to lose weight before in your life, put a 2 in the comments below. I've lost a lot of weight. Maybe you're the type of person that you've lost the same amount of weight over and over and over and over again as well too. And obviously, typically, you're supposed to eat better, exercise more. It's a calorie restriction thing. Duh. Yes, of course. But if you've ever been in a place like I was when I was doing the right things, it's still easier said than done, right? You've tried to do weight loss before. And obviously, those habits are good. So I'm not telling anyone don't exercise. I'm not telling anyone don't eat right. But you get to a place where you're like, man, I'm stuck. Right. So for me, I was exercising. I was eating right, but I was a busy entrepreneur. I I love food as well too, so I don't just want to eat carrots and spinach all day, right? So I was like, man, what do I do to get that extra weight off? And thanks for the share, right? So that's why I took a look at this product. Of course, it's safe and it's effective and all that. And what I found is because these products, and once again, I'm not making a medical claim, by the way, nothing I say is meant to treat, diagnose, or cure anything. But when you look at the ingredients in here, I'm out here in San Diego. Let me know where you're from. These ingredients support the thyroid, the hormonal system. So if the hormones are off balance, then your weight's going to be off balance as well too. Women I know would know this a lot better, especially if you're going through perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopause. Or if you're a mom and you've given birth, have you noticed your body changes? It's just how it is. And guys, we have hormones too, by the way, right? We have estrogen as well. So we have all the above. All of them are super important. So we need to make sure that we're balancing these correctly. So a lot of times, because our hormones are off balance, our bodies aren't able to actually lose weight faster. It also needs to detoxify and everything. So when you take the drops, they help you to balance the hormones. And when those are balanced, boom, people start dropping fat. It also has ingredients in here to actually support expedited fat loss. So when someone diets and exercises and they might lose 5 pounds in a month, people are using this and they can double their fat loss. In fact, the clinical trials show double fat loss. And some people say this, they're like, well, I want to go the natural, good old fashioned route. And I get what they're saying, and I'm all for that as well too. But first, I agree with the good natural route. These are natural. They're plant-based, right? They're all natural things. It's like saying, I want to get healthy, but I want to do it the natural way, and I'm not going to eat apples. Apples obviously are natural, right? So these ingredients are all natural. They're made in FDA and OTC registered facilities, so they're clean. But hey, who here would agree with me that if you are on a weight loss journey, and by the way, they can also promote lean muscle gain, not only just weight loss, while people call it that. If you're on a weight loss journey, though, who here, if you could take 1 month, would rather do it compared to 2 months? Put a 1 in the comments if you'd rather lose the weight faster, assuming it's healthy, compared to just doing it more, right? So I don't want to spend time, right? Our goal is to get to the goal as soon as possible. So because of that, I appreciate the honesty, Rob. I appreciate that. So that's why people are actually losing fat much faster and in a healthier way. Okay. I hope this is helpful so far. If it is, share this, by the way, and tag someone on this if it's helpful. Number 3, are these products healthy and natural? I mentioned that they're natural. Healthy, absolutely. Everything's been formulated. In fact, the ingredients itself, I've looked through the clinical trials and everything. Every single ingredient has been tested, researched for thousands of years, right? So it's actually certified by the HPUS, the Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia of the United States, because they're homeopathic products. If you don't know what homeopathy is, it's a natural holistic science. Okay. So everything is healthy and natural. You have ingredients in here, for example, like adaptogenic herbs like ashwagandha, rhodiola rosea, vitamin B12 in the Accelerate. So that's your body balancer. If you're interested in buying it, you can either go to one of any partner of this company, or if you know me directly, go to the links in the bio and you can grab it there. I actually buy them in bulk, so we get them at discount. So if you want to reserve a box, you can just click the link in my bio or click the link in the caption below. So yeah, so you have the Accelerate there. The SlenderX has all the homeopathic ingredients in there as well too. And I thank you for the follow right there. So they're healthy and natural, okay? Other question. And once again, comment below any question if you have anything. I'll get to as many as I can. Are they FDA approved? Right? Are they FDA approved? Answer, no. Now, before you get shocked, because you're like, oh, I knew it. I knew there was a gimmick. I knew this was a scam. Understand what the FDA is. Does anyone know what FDA stands for? Comment below what that is. Like, what is F? D, and A, right? Food and Drug Administration. Okay, Food and Drug Administration. Now, I'm not going to go into the woodwork on this. What I might say is that you have to kind of be careful on the interests of certain organizations. I won't go too much more into that. But regardless, the FDA is an organization that is supposed to guard health over and standards over food and drugs. Okay? Supplements are not regulated by the FDA. And it's not because they're not good, it's simply because they're not under their jurisdiction. So, for example, if you're driving on the freeway and let's say you're speeding, I bet you've never sped before in your life, but I'm out here in California, straight up, people go on average 10 to 15 miles per hour faster than the speed limit. But imagine you are speeding on the freeway and you have someone that is a police officer that is local, right? They're not highway patrol, but they're local. They don't have jurisdiction to pull you over on the freeway. Correct me if I'm wrong. What's up, Norway? We do provide these in Norway too, by the way. But if you're CHP, for us, that's California Highway Patrol, you can pull people over because on the freeway, if you're speeding, they have jurisdiction. They govern that. So the FDA does not govern supplements. So are these FDA registered or regulated? No. And so are no supplements in the world. There's no such thing as an FDA regulated supplement. Does that make sense? Put a 2 in the comments if that makes sense, right? Like, I didn't get these things. Remember, I'm coming from a very medical scientific background. I went to school, UC Berkeley, for biology. I was trying to be a medical doctor because I'm Chinese, and so Chinese people do. So I have these questions. I'm like, if it's not by the FDA, it can't be healthy. Now, that's not necessarily the case. Supplements are not in those same regulations. Well, then the real question is are they safe, right? That's really, when you ask the question, are they FDA regulated? What the real question is are they safe for me? And I think that's an important question, right? The last thing any of us would want to do is put something weird in our body, grow a third arm, and do something bad for ourselves, right? So to answer that question is no, it's not FDA regulated. However, this company that produces and manufactures this product is all in the United States. The company that manufactures this is called Partner Co. They've been around for a long time, but they're very big on third-party certifications. They're absolutely safe, right? So, for example, we're not FDA regulated. What's up, Christine? But we are made in FDA registered facilities. What does that mean? It means that these products are made at the same level, the same pharmaceutical level, the same standards that a drug would have to be manufactured. What does that mean? Labels, for example. If you have a drug, let's say you have an Advil or you have a prescription drug, if it says that you're supposed to have 100 milligrams of a certain ingredient, if you're off by like percentages, and let's say you get 90 milligrams instead of 100, it could either kill you or hurt you, right? Like if you're taking a drug. So in the supplement world, FYI, most products, because of the lack of regulation, did you know? Here's an interesting stat. I hope this is fascinating, right? Did you know that not long ago, there was a big survey that was done on the big drugstores like GNC and Walmart and Target, and they took a look at random supplements from the shelves, the big name brands you see out there, and they did a simple test. They asked this question. They said, is what is on the label of this supplement in the product? Who here would agree that that is a valid and important question to ask? Comment yes below if you believe that's important, right? If I'm buying vitamin C, then I want to make sure I'm getting vitamin C, correct? Here's the fascinating thing. What's up, pajama couple? They found that 80%, look it up, right? 80%, 80, 4 out of 5 supplements on the market did not have what was on their label in the bottle. What? They found, for example, in fish oil, it was actually like rotten fish. They found fish oil that didn't even have fish oil in it. So you never, just because a product says, a supplement says it has something, doesn't necessarily mean it has it. That's an issue, of course. So what makes this any different? What's up, Italia? These drops are made in an FDA and OTC, which is over-the-counter drug registered facility. And what that means is they are at the same strict standards that a drug is made, meaning that if it says it has vitamin B12 at a certain amount, in fact, this vitamin B12 has 600 micrograms of vitamin B12, and it's the form called methylcobalamin. It means that it has to be in that same very strict level. Otherwise, they can pull it from the shelves. I hope that makes sense. So is it safe? Absolutely. They've been tested. There's supplements, right? They're not going to hurt you at all. In fact, I mean, supplements like this will definitely hurt you less, if at all. They won't, but they'll hurt you less than a drug. Have you guys ever seen a drug commercial? And you got these happy couple, they're dancing around, and all of a sudden you have like the fine print. They're like, might cause nausea and vomiting and sleep paralysis and death. And then they're smiling and stuff. Does that make anyone else chuckle at all? Put a 1 in the comments if it does. You know? And my friend here said, to me, that means the government is mad because they're not making money off of it. So why does the FDA not regulate this? Because they're not that. I'm on the same standpoint as that. Because if you have something that can help someone not go to the doctors, and if you have something that can help them actually stay healthy, hey, there's an idea. Hey, why don't we just help our people stay healthy, prevent illness, so they don't have to go to the hospital and be on drugs for the rest of their life? Why don't we just do that instead of waiting until it's too bad and then getting them hooked on drugs for the rest of their life? Go figure. Isn't that an idea? I think that's a good idea. Does anyone else feel that's a good idea, right? Prevention, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Anywho, that's unfortunately not how it is. So you have to be your own best doctor, so to speak. You have to be your own best advocate. Right now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not any of that. Like, I believe that medicine is important, right? I'm not one of those types of people. I think there's truth in all areas. I don't think everyone's out to get you, you know, that type of thing. But you have to understand where the interests are. You have to understand what each modality is good for. I think there's a time and a place for medicine. I think there's a time and a place for holistic treatments, right? It's important, right? Yeah, it's a good idea. That's why insurance companies won't pay. Yeah, it's true. There's just not a lot of money in staying healthy. Unfortunate, right? So are they healthy? Absolutely. Are there side effects? Absolutely. I have not seen side effects. I have not seen contraindications with other medications and stuff. So it's totally fine. Okay. Hope this is interesting. All right. Next question. Can I take these while I have fill in the blank health condition or medicine? I have cancer, I have stroke, I have diabetes, I have high cholesterol, I have high blood pressure, I'm on Lipitor, I'm on this medicine, I'm on that medicine, I'm on whatever. Okay, first, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a doctor. So for everything, always wise to consult with a doctor. And I'm glad that this is interesting, right? So I'm not going to try to be a doctor. However, what I will say is, nothing in these ingredients have been shown to have a contraindication. What does that mean? A negative reaction with other medicine. I've seen clients that are on double digits of medicines be on this safely. I've seen cancer patients use a drop safely. I've seen diabetics use this safely. I've seen you fill in the blank. Yes, I've seen them safely use this. Why? Remember, we're not talking about a drug. I think one of the biggest things when we ask these questions, it's important, right? You're being your own best doctor. It's your body, right? But we are so conditioned to think like Western medicine, which is, will this have a negative reaction? Because we're used to that being the way when it comes to doctors and hospitals, aren't we? And I think that's wise. But when we're taking a look at holistic routes, when we're taking a look at holistic products, just kind of be aware, like we're kind of dealing with a different sector of things, right? It's almost like you're asking, if I eat apples, will this be bad for me? Usually not. Now, there's some people, if you're allergic to apples, I'm sorry. And by the way, are you a green apple person or a red apple person? If you're a green apple person, comment green below. If you're a red apple person, comment red below. And be careful on your answer because it may or may not be your friend anymore after you answer. I'm just kidding. I like green and red. Green, awesome. Okay. So side note. But yeah, so we've seen that people can take this totally safely. Now, when in doubt, always consult your doctor, right? Always consult them. So it's always good. So anyhow, all right. So can you take these drops while you're using that? We have definitely seen that. In fact, now I'm not saying it's the product that did it. Green, both is good, right? I have seen, even for example, diabetics are very popular clientele that we deal with because they want to lose weight because of insulin insensitivity. They find it hard to be able to lose weight, right? So, and many times type 2 diabetes, the thing that causes that is being overweight because you're becoming insulin insensitive, and then boom, like your blood sugars go all crazy. I've had clients that have been on 3 diabetes medications, used this, lost 40 plus pounds, and the more important thing, their body got balanced to the point, their insulin got better and sensitive again, that they were able to remove not 1, not 2, but all 3 medications. Now, once again, I'm not saying it's this product that did it, but for them, it was the only thing that they changed. And yeah, I just mentioned before, I am not a doctor. I am somebody just like you and me that wants to live life as healthy as possible, that wants to know facts and know truth for myself, and know what's best for me and my family. I think we're all on the same wavelength on that, right? If you would agree with that statement, that would describe you. Comment me below so I know you're my peeps that I'm talking to on that. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. Next question. What's the age range for those that can use this? Awesome. We generally recommend 18 and above. Now, there's no upper limit. I've seen people in their 90s use these drops. My own grandpa, who's in his 80s, used these and was able to lose weight. And he's like super traditional Chinese, by the way. So diet change was not a big thing for him. So yeah, I've seen there's no upper limit. We do tell people if they're under 18, be mindful. Now, is it that it's not safe for those younger than 18? That's not the case. It's just generally when it comes to weight loss or fat loss, like, kids are developing, they got growth spurts. I was a chubby kid and, I get it. But I had a growth spurt and, I worked on myself. So, but there are situations I have seen that there are kids that are they're dealing with morbid obesity, right? They're dealing with some really, really troubling things or hormonal imbalances. Remember, these are not just fat loss things, they're hormone balancers. That's the goal. I have seen, I might even say if the lowest age, the youngest age I might even consider if you're really looking for something is like teenagers, right? It's not unsafe once again, but like, if you're like 10 years old and you're overweight, like just try other things first. That's my personal take on things. But maybe if you're a teenager and there's some serious issues going on, could these be helpful? Absolutely. It's safe. It's absolutely safe. Okay. Oh, and side note too, there is one type of person or one category that cannot use the drops, and that is pregnant women and nursing women. Pregnant and nursing women. Why? Because any detoxification program, including this, when you lose fat, you're detoxing. That's how this works. Is that the toxins could actually go from the mom through the milk to the baby. It could go from the mom to the umbilical cord. So if you're detoxifying, then you don't want to risk that just in case. So moms, just do things the natural way for now. Remember, when you nurse, you do lose weight. And also you kind of need some weight too. I get it. Maybe it's too much that for your own, too much for your own liking, but just kind of embrace that, You think 16 should be the youngest? Sure. Absolutely. To each their own, right? But yeah, nursing and pregnant moms, the only one, and then everyone else can take them and you are fine. All right, cool. I hope you're finding interest in this. All right. We're talking about the skinny drops, brother. If you're joining us, these are body balancing drops that have been going viral like crazy. The average man or woman, the average person's losing around 10 to 20 pounds in a month without a change in exercise or anything. And they're balancing their bodies. They're doing some amazing things. If you are interested in grabbing them, connect with someone that's a partner in this company. Or if you are connected with me directly, feel free to grab them from the link in the bio or the link in the caption. I get them in bulk, and your friend probably does too, so that we can give you a nice discount on that. Okay, cool. A couple more questions and then we're done. Do I have to change my diet and or exercise to get results on this? Good question. Okay. Diet, let's address that first. With any weight loss, you're going to be encouraged to eat a healthier diet. Duh, right? Like, that's important. And I'd kind of challenge a paradigm on this because I love food, by the way. If you're a foodie like me, you like eating, like put a 1 in the comments. I love food for sure. That's why I like Costco better than Disneyland, because like you get samples and stuff, right? What's up, Laura? Great to see you. So I get it. I enjoy food. But what's more important is let's reset our goal, because when people say, do I really have to change my diet? I'll address, the reality of it, but like we have to address the paradigm, because the paradigm is that usually it's in defense. The only people that I hear complaining about that are saying, do I have to change my diet, are those that are addicted to a certain type of lifestyle. I've never seen someone, for example, that's super healthy and then they look at these drops and they're like, do I have to change my diet? Like, no, they already know. They're like, no, like it's about the lifestyle. It's typically the person that's addicted to sugar. It's typically the person that's addicted to drinking Coca-Cola all day. It's typically the person that's addicted to fast food. It's typically the person that just feels like I can't get noodles out of my life. Like it's typically that person that has a love about a certain food or drink or something where they're like, if I have to change that, then nuh-uh. I want to challenge the paradigm there, because what's important is that we build a lifestyle where you can maintain the best health ever. We maintain a lifestyle where you can be around for your children and your children's children. We have a health and a vibrancy where you wake up and your cells are jumping for joy every day, right? Why show up in a way where you're just surviving? Why not thrive in life, right? We were designed, God gave us incredible bodies with incredible healing capacities that if we nourish it properly, we'll feel good, we'll do well, we'll show up powerfully, and you can still enjoy life. So the first thing I'd say to those that say, do I have to change my diet, is let's like adjust that. Second thing I'd say, more than likely, you are chemically addicted or habitually addicted to a certain lifestyle. I'm the first to say that was me. I grew up, by the way, eating Oreos by the row. I grew up eating processed food. I grew up eating French fries left and right. I grew up drinking double gulps Coca-Cola. I know. And wow, did my body and my health pay for it? So if you think I don't relate, I get it. And let me be real with you as well too. Does sugar taste better than broccoli? Anyone that tells you that sugar does not taste better than broccoli is lying. That's weird. That's weird. No, sugar for sure tastes better. But it's also chemically addicting to the brain. Did you know that sugar and cocaine, both white powders, both trigger the same dopamine, the same pleasure places in your brain that actually trigger addiction and the same pleasure centers, right? So Oreo devil stuff. And you need to put it in milk, by the way. And milk does not do the body good. Oh my gosh, milk. I'm not even going to go on the tangent right now. Anywho, many times we're chemically addicted to these types of things. And that's why even quote unquote healthy food doesn't taste that good, because our body is like so triggered by these other things. So do I need to change my diet to get success on this program? I will tell you, I have seen people that have not changed their diet and still be able to get some results on these drops. Now, is that what I recommend? No, I recommend use these to transition to the healthier lifestyle. Eat a higher protein diet, eat good veggies, remove processed food, like, right, drink water. Like, these are kind of the, things we know we should do, but it's easier said than done. However, what's cool about this is this makes it easier because number one, it curbs the bad cravings. Case in point, I used to eat white rice all the time. I'm Asian, if you couldn't tell. So I grew up eating white rice with everything. I love sugar. I love chocolate. If you're a chocoholic, put it to you in the comments, by the way. So I love those types of things. When I took the drops, my cravings were gone. I'm like, oh, I don't actually want the rice. To this day, it's been 8 years since I first used these drops. 10 years actually. I don't crave white rice. I don't have a bag of white rice in my home. Yes, I know. It is crazy. I don't even eat brown rice. I just don't want rice. It's strange. It's weird. That's why sushi is actually not even my favorite food at all. It's like, I like the fish, but the rice, Okay. So it helps you to curb the cravings and it helps you to actually lose the weight faster if you were to just typically diet. Obviously, if you diet, should you lose some weight? You should. Sometimes. It also sucks though. Have you ever tried dieting? I'm curious if anyone had this experience. Have you ever done the right things lifestyle wise? You ate right, you drank the water, you slept right, maybe you're exercising and you still didn't lose weight? Put a me in the comments if that happened for you. That's when it's frustrating. You do the right things. You're sacrificing. You look at your friends and they're eating whatever. And you're like, why is this happening to me? See, it's not only just about calorie deficit, while that's an important factor, but hormones are super important. That's why these are so effective, because they target the part that most programs don't target, which is the hormones, right? So yes, do I have to change my diet? No, but we highly recommend it. You'll get better results for sure. And more importantly, you will be healthier. Do you have to exercise? You don't. In fact, when I use this, I wanted to purposely test to see if I did not exercise, would it work? And I didn't exercise. I lost 25 pounds in 40 days with no exercise. I got abs for the first time. Abs are made in the kitchen, right? They're not made in the gym. And I'm like, wow, it actually worked. Can you exercise? Of course. They actually promote lean muscle gain as well too. I've seen friends of mine that wanted to gain muscle. They want to gain mass. It's that rare few. Hey, if you're the type of person that is looking to gain weight, must be nice. We love you. In sarcastic tones and everything, right? Like I get it. It's a tough, in all honesty, I understand the struggle. I have friends that they struggle to gain weight. That's also hormonal imbalance many times, by the way. And I know it's tough. So just because you use these, some people say, will I lose weight if I use them? If you want to gain weight, you can use these to gain weight, but gain the good weight, not the bad weight, right? You don't want to gain the bad fat. You want to gain good stuff in your body. I've seen people do that as well too. Okay. All right. I'm almost done here. I have another question. If I'm immobile, will this help? Yes, actually, that kind of answered the question there. You don't have to exercise, How much are they normally? Normally, retail is $190 out the door. For me, or if you know a partner, typically we buy them in bulk so that we actually get them for a discount. If you know a partner, grab it from them. For me, maybe it's different for them. For me, I charge $150 for a 1 month supply out the door. And we can get it shipped right back to you. So if you're interested in grabbing them, get to a partner. Or if you know me directly, feel free to grab it in the link below or the caption or wherever that you're seeing this. Okay, cool. Almost done, guys. Whew, man, you guys are intense. You guys got some good questions. These are fun. Okay. What kind of side effects are there on these drops? There's typically no side effects. Typically no side effects that I've seen. On the one-off, some people have reported experiencing, especially within the first week, that they get groggy, maybe they have some abdominal pain. Maybe they get a little like they feel a little sick even sometimes as well too. I'd say maybe 1% of people I've seen, they've experienced that type of a symptom. And when they get there, obviously they're a little bit scared. They're like, oh, am I doing something wrong? Someone address this. Why does this happen? Does that mean that it's harming me? Does that mean that these drops are doing something bad for me? Actually, no. For many things in life, especially when it comes to health and detoxification, sometimes it gets worse before it gets better. If you've ever tried a skincare regimen before, and let's say you had a lot of like acne or stuff going on, you'll notice that you'll break out more first when you start applying that regimen, and then it gets better. Have you experienced that before, right? Put a me in the comments if that happened before for you. Why? Because your skin is like jettisoning out all that toxicity and it comes through the skin. Same can happen, very low percentage of people when people start using these drops because it's detoxifying. There could be some type of detox reaction. That could be abdominal pain, digestive pain, right? That would suggest that you probably have some digestive imbalances. That could be some headache. You're like kind of groggy. It's because all the toxins are flying around, right? It could be you're a little bit sick. Same thing. Toxins are flying around. What do you do if that's the case? Drink water, monitor what you're eating, don't stress, and keep on going. Because if anything, that is exciting that you're experiencing that, because it suggests your body was really out of balance in that place. It needed to detoxify. Keep on going. It typically resolves if you have that at all. Remember, less than 1% I've seen. Typically within the first week, it'll resolve and then you're good. And then you're good. Sometimes it's going to be worse before it gets better, very rarely, but it's worth it because you're balancing the body. Remember, just think if that ever happens, there's nothing in this product. There's no ingredients in this product that would cause anything negative to happen to you. So don't worry about that. Okay, cool. Whew. All right. We addressed a lot of questions on this. If there's anything that I did not cover, feel free to comment them below, whether it's me or another partner that will address this for you. We can definitely get back to you. And just to close things out, I mean, I'm a natural skeptic when it comes to products and when it comes to anything in life, especially when you're seeing people's results like, hey, I lost 10 pounds in my first couple of weeks. I lost 20 pounds in a month. And you're seeing these types of miraculous stories. And I get it because we are so flooded by all types of ads and all types of promotion in the world. Hello, that we're jaded. Right? We think everything's a scam. We think everything is photoshopped. We think everything is just not work. I get it. And I think it's important to have open-minded skepticism, but ask questions. Because if you have a goal to be able to get healthy, if you have a goal to be able to balance your body, if you have a goal to be able to maybe lose weight or lose fat or feel better, we all have to take individual responsibility about our bodies and our health. And we have to do the research. Don't take my word for it. Don't take your friend's word for it. Don't take a doctor's word for it, right? Like you have your own brain. You have your own mind. God gave us each this ability to have a conscious mind, to think, to collect data, to decide, and then to sort this all out. But you have ownership of your body. And it's important that we take care of this thing, this temple, right? So do the research, do the due diligence. If it makes sense, give it a shot. If it doesn't make sense, then don't. That's cool. Must it be used every day? You use this every day, 3 times a day, just put it in your tongue. So yeah, it needs to be in your system for sure. But what I will say is if you've been looking for an actual solution that's healthy, number 1, and works, number 2, it's proven, number 3. I have, after being in the wellness space for over 10 years, being a formerly chubby kid myself that's tried a lot of different programs, being someone that's super analytical and sciencey and always tries to, poke holes and stuff. I have yet to this day seen a more effective program than these drops. I've never seen anything like it. The mechanism that it uses, the ingredients that it has, the health benefits that it gives, and the results that it gives, I mean, people are getting amazing results. That's why hundreds of thousands of people around the world are using these. So if that resonates with you, my encouragement would be this: you have now been educated. If you resonate, grab them from a partner, or if you know me, then awesome as well too. If it doesn't, then don't. But do something for your health. Because I know with this, when you change your health and you show up better in your family, you show up better in the world, you show up better in your community, you're vibrant, you can think, you have the energy to do the things that you want to do, you feel good so you can do good. You're able to maximize your capacity for each and every single one of our calls in our life. And you're able to make the biggest impact in the world that you can. Your transformation, your next level is going to pour into other people and bless other people. So if we can start to control this a little bit and it can make a positive reaction out there in the world, awesome. Awesome. That's why I love talking about these drops and everything. So hopefully that was helpful. If there were any other questions, by the way, comment them below. If you found this helpful, share this with someone as well too, or tag them onto this. And once again, if you are interested in grabbing the drops, if you know a partner, get back to them and they can give you more information on this. Or if you know me directly, hey, it'd be an honor to be able to service you. I have a link in the caption or in the bio. You can grab them. I buy them in bulk so that we can get them out for cheaper. I have just a couple left personally. So these could go to someone and we can ship them to you. I put these recordings on my Facebook. So you can check out my Facebook and you can grab this. All right. Other than that, God bless. Thanks for coming around with my spiel. And hopefully this was helpful.